got the it's a lighter. That's
That could be the first thing you hear when it comes on.
for the incense. Shalom, we the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who they are according to the Bible. The 12 tribes of Israel is our focus on teaching who the 12 tribes of Israel actually are according to the Bible. You got the tribe of Judah, the so-called Negroes, the tribe of Benjamin, the so-called West Indians, the tribe of Levi, the so-called Haitians, tribe of Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, the tribe of Zebulon, Guatemala to Panama, tribe of Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, the tribe of Manasseh is the Cubans, the tribe of Gad is the North American Indians, the tribe of Reuben is the Seminole Indians, the tribe of Naphtali is Argentina to Chile, and the tribe of Asher is Colombia to Uruguay. And the tribe of Issachar is the so-called Mexicanos. Mexicanos, that's the tribe of Issachar in the Bible. Right? Actually, I do need that little item. It's a lot. I'm going to get some slavery scriptures from the Bible. Let's get Genesis 15 and 13. Start there.
Okay.
But the sound ain't no real. Wait, turn off the fan.
No, I'll turn it down.
Oh, okay. Let's get it. Genesis 15 and 13. We're going to get and prove in the Bible the captivity, the slavery that the Israelites face. So to prove who the Israelites are.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety
It
that
says there's no sound on there. Oh, no sound. It says there's no sound. Go ahead.
come. Genesis chapter 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. And
that his seed, the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because you got to remember in the New Testament, it says, in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So not just any children of Abraham, the children of Abraham of the seed shall be counted the promise. Go ahead.
come. And shall serve them, and they shall afflict 400 years.
And they shall be afflicted 400 years. That's exactly what happened to us here in America. Because we are the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead. Let's read that one more time from the top.
Come. Verse 13. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs.
Seed going to be a stranger in the land that is not there. His seed, which means the lineage, the children he has. Abraham had Isaac. Isaac had Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and he had 12 sons. That's how you get the 12 tribes of Israel. Because each one of those sons became a house, became a family, became a tribe. All right? They became a tribe. So that's where you get 12 tribes of Israel from. Go ahead.
Come.
Let's get Exodus 20 and 1.
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 21.
No, verse 1.
Oh,
Chapter 20, verse 1.
Okay, come, sir. Verse 1. And these things, the word of the Lord came unto Abraham in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abraham, I am thy shield and thy
Exceeding.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's it. Okay, it's a lot.
Good.
Exceeding great reward. Verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
The Lord brought us out of the land of Egypt. All right, go ahead.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. And why is that important? Because the scriptures say we will go back into Egypt again with ships. Biblically, Egypt is the house of our bondage. We was under Matzazarian, the Mizraim. That's their name in the Hebrew. Matzazarian. All right, that was the name of that land. We was in that house of bondage. And the Lord said in Deuteronomy 28 and 68, which we will get as well, that we would go back into the house of Egypt, which is metaphorically the bondage. And that's what happened here in America. America is Egypt all over again. That's why the founding fathers of America were what? Egyptologists. They studied Egypt. They wanted to make America great like Egypt was great. They wanted to be like Egypt. That's why there's a Sphinx, the Washington Monument. That's why there's obelisks in Washington, D.C. You had Pharaoh, and now you have president. It's the same thing. America is modeled after the ancient Egypt of old, even down to how it was built. Ancient Egypt was built on the backs of slaves. That's how they built it. And how was America built? Built on the backs of slaves, the same group of people. The prophecy said we would be in the house of Egypt, the house of bondage. Let's get Leviticus 26 and 17.
Oh, come on, sir. I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 17. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be sank before your enemies.
You shall be what?
Sank before your enemies.
That's be slain before our enemies. Go ahead. Now you good.
They that hate you shall reign. Reign. Reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursue thee you.
Pursue thee, yeah.
For pursue thee you.
That's it. The Lord said, they that hate us will reign over us. That's the prophecy to the ancient Israelites, to our forefathers. All right. Read it again.
Come on, sir.
We have Leviticus 26 and 17.
Verse 17. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be sank before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you.
Here we go. Let's get Deuteronomy 28 and 48. See, there's a lot to that. They that hate you gonna reign over you. On the plantation, they hated us and they reigned over us. Here in America, it's the same thing. As far as modern times of America, that was old times of America. Now we in modern times of America. The same people who rule and reigning over us, deciding what we're gonna do in the White House, in the government, in the Congress. Those same people can't stand us. That's the curse of a prophecy that the Lord said would happen to the Israelites in the last days if we disobeyed the Lord. Let's get Deuteronomy 28 and 48.
Oh God, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee.
The Lord will. Read it again.
Oh God. 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee.
We will serve our enemies. That's what we did. That's what the plantation was. That's what Mississippi and Alabama and Louisiana and those in the parchment, in the farm. That's what they used to call it back in the day. And they're trying to bring that back. They used to say, yeah, you got sent off to the farm. What is that? That's that servant. That's that servitude. That's slavery, just by another name. They lock you up and they send you to the farm, make you work for free. Because as you know, in America, slavery is illegal unless you're convicted of a crime. Very convenient loophole. Very convenient loophole. Because now all you got to do is just go out and arrest every single black person, and Hispanics and Native Americans that you can find. Now you got slavery all over again. So we will see. This is what the prophecy said. We will serve our enemies. Read some more.
And it went, And it went of all things. It went all things.
And in want of all things. We serve our enemies whenever we want anything. That's the nature of our captivity that the Bible said, 4,000 years ago. 3,500 years ago, this was written. Now we see it come to pass today is what same right in the front of our face. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, you are the children of Israel. You are an Israelite. You're not a Moor or any of these other names that they try to give you. You are an Israelite. You're not African American. You're not, not even Native American. You're not none of these names. You're actually the Israelites of the Bible, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Go ahead, let's get some more.
Oh God. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Yeah, that yoke of iron he put upon your neck. Our necks. That's every trap and snare that's laid for us in America for the past 400 plus years. For the past 400 years, they've been laying traps and snares, physical chains on our necks. Now they got what? Financial chains. Debt slavery. Where you've been working and working all your life, but you're still in debt. That's the chains now. All right. Let's get some more.
Until he have destroyed thee. Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
The Lord will bring a nation against us from far. They came from all the way across the planet, damn near, to come try to find us, to put us in captivity. Our enemies come from afar. That's the history. That's the prophecy. And it has happened. Go ahead.
Okay. From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle. What's that word?
Flieth.
Flieth.
Nah, you good.
Eagle flieth.
As swift as the eagle flieth. Why does it say the eagle? Because it's giving you a representation of who they are. They think as themselves as the eagle. That's their national bird and national symbol. Greece, Rome, Russia, America. All these countries. They see their bird is the eagle. The Bible says they swift as the eagle flieth. And they think of themselves as the eagle as well. Go ahead.
Come. A nation. Hold on, Salaki. A nation worse tongue. A nation worth
whose
tongue thou shall not understand.
A nation whose tongue we shall not understand. We don't understand their languages when they came. They speak in Dutch, French, German, Portuguese, English, Latin, French, Italian. Can you imagine a whole bunch of devils coming and they speak in damn Dutch or German? Who is giving housing? You'd be like, oh my God, what the hell is these? The hell, these is monsters from the ends of the earth. They come in speaking that gibberish, that barbaric code that they teach, that they speak. It ain't Hebrew. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to talk to you after class about that.
You speak.
I was supposed to have it a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
I threw them away.
Damn.
I didn't think I never did it.
Yeah, no sweat. We'll talk about that after class.
Count.
But yeah, man. All these strange barbaric tongues that they came speaking to us. Crazy languages they have. Talking crazy. Oh, let it be a Russian. Speaking that language. Polish. Ukraine. Imagine them come through speaking that Baltic, barbaric stuff right there. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. We do not understand these people. We understood the Lashwan Kodash, the holy tongue. That's the beautiful mother, that's the father of all languages. The Lashwan Kodash, the Hebrew. That's what we were speaking.
The original Hebrew.
Yeah, the original Hebrew, not the mixed.
It's hilarious because
Yiddish stuff.
It's hilarious because somebody just mentioned that, and I was just telling them we didn't speak their language. We didn't speak Yiddish. We spoke the Lashon Kodash, which is the Paleo Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? The original Hebrew. They based their language off of our language, mixed with a little bit of Greek, a little bit of what else? A little bit of Greek, a little bit of pretty much everything, just so they could get by. And also, if you do a blood test, you're not going to find Israelite bloodline in any of the blood tests, because once they put that on there, and like 99.9% of Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans that take their blood test is going to pop out, hey, look, you're Israelite. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, check it out. Let me get you to read real quick while he does that.
Okay.
Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 64. No, wait, let's do 50. 28 and 50.
28 and 50. All right. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance. They look fierce. You understand? Unshaven, unkept, smelly. Look like the horde. Like in that movie, Wizard, Warlock, Witchcraft, whatever. World of Witchcraft. World of whatever. World of Warcraft. Whatever the hell it is. It's a whole movie where all the horde just come, all like barbaric animals. That's how the oppressor came to our lands, man. Came like animals.
Came like animals, they are animals. That's right.
You understand? And then came and invaded all our lands. That's why the Lord said, the Lord will bring this nation, this fierce nation against you. Because we disobeyed the Lord. This is what happened. But this also gives us the clue of understanding of the insight of who we are and what the real history is. And what really happened. Let's get some more.
Yeah. Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young.
Young or old, he didn't care. You read the horrible things he did during captivity, during in the history. He didn't care if it was an old person or a young person. Somebody said Hispanics are allowed. Yes, they are. It's called Hispaniola Island, modern day Dominican Republic, and Haiti. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll get to the comments soon. But yeah, man. Let's get some more in the scriptures. Let's get Deuteronomy 28 and let's go to 51. Shoot, there's still some meat on that.
Okay. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle.
And he eat the fruit of thy cattle. When he come to your land, he start eating up all the animals. Eating up the farm, eating up everything. He's a plague. Go ahead.
Not only that, they also, I mean, if you look at history, they made a sport out of killing our food sources. You know what I'm saying? They killed off a species of animal that was lawful for us to the point of extinction.
Yeah, at one point they estimated 60 million buffalo in America. Then they said it went so bad down to where it was only 300 of them left. How do you go from 60 million to 300?
They still ain't that something?
Yeah. Yeah, they talking about maybe it's 30,000 now after they trying to regain the population. But the entire country was filled with these animals, with these cattle. That's why he said he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle. Let's read the rest.
And the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed.
He's going to eat up all your goods, all of our goods. He ate it up till we was destroyed. That's what happened. That's the history. That's the prophecy at the same time. Let's get verse 64.
In verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
And we'll be scattered amongst all people. That's what happened. That's where we scattered now. That's why blacks, Hispanics, and Americans, they're all over the damn place. You even got black people in Vietnam and China, Japan, all over the place. And we still scattering even more. Black people steady moving to new places. Hispanics and Native Americans and Haitians. Let's get some more.
Okay. Speaking of scattered, I just found out there's a little tribe in Japan of just straight black people. They ain't never been outside of that little land they on. And they did an interview with them, and they said that they were the first different colored person that they have ever seen in that land. Go there, huh? And there thou shalt serve other gods,
And there we served other gods. Go ahead.
which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
The prophecy said we would serve two main gods, two main religions, two main belief systems that we would get caught up in. One is represented with wood, and one is represented with a stone. And we all know who those two religions are. And this was before those religions even existed. It was written that we would serve these two religions, wood and stone. Go ahead. That's how you know the Bible got real prophecy. That's how you know the Bible's a real book. Because none of these other books got any real prophecy in it. The Bible's filled with prophecy. And it's all of it came to pass. And there's still coming, more of it's coming to pass, even to these last days. Go ahead.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
We ain't going to get no rest in these different countries. We always fighting for more rights. We always fighting for our share. We never at rest. We never at peace. We never sitting back and enjoying our lands or nothing. We're always striving and fighting and being oppressed in these places where we go. Go ahead.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
And you ain't gonna have no rest either. You ain't even gonna be rested. No matter how much sleep and relaxation you do get, you still got to get back up to work in these different countries. You're never really at rest. A good example of being at rest is when your family owns all types of property all over town. That's being at rest because you always have somewhere to live and you always got steady source of income coming in. All you gotta do is just exist. That's what these oppressors have. They were given land. You look into the American and the land grab. They put them all on the line and said, just go. And whatever spot you put a little flag, that'll be your land. And then they all just ran out there and just grabbed land for themselves. And then the government enforced that land. No matter who the hell lived there, black, Native American, Hispanic, no matter. He just came in and took it. It was a Haitian that even started Chicago. And guess who ended up coming in and just took Chicago? Just like a thief. Go ahead, let's get some more.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart.
You gotta go check my touch about this shit. Yeah, go check my Get outside. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna take over. We're in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. No, we're gonna start at we're gonna go to 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. That's that word Egypt again, which means the house of bondage. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. That's our land. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. When we go to this land, we'll be sold unto our enemies. We'll be sold. And that's exactly what happened here in America. Further proof that we're the Israelites, that we're the 12 tribes of Israel. It's in the Bible everywhere, prophecies everywhere.
28 to 68. No.
Actually, we're going to be we're about to go to Deuteronomy 29 and 28.
Oh.
Deuteronomy 29 and 28. This Bible reveals everything to us, to the children of Israel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 28. And the Lord rooted, and the Lord rooted them out of their land in anger.
In the anger of us disobeying the Lord rooted us out of our land. Go ahead.
And in wrath, and in great
Indignation.
indignation, and cast them into other land as it is this day.
The Bible says, as it is this day, we was cast into another land. What do you think? What do you think is happening right now? We're in another land. This ain't our land. Our land was the land that God gave us. He gave us 12 lands. He gave us the nation of Israel. He gave us Beersheba unto Dan. He gave us Jerusalem. He gave us Jericho. He gave us Mount Sinai. He gave us the Red Sea. He gave us, all these different places, all these places biblically. Gilboa, Gilgamesh, Mount Gath. He gave us all these places, man. All the hills and valleys. All right. Let's get Joel 3 and 6.
Oh God.
Joel 3 and 6. The Lord gave us all these lands, man.
All right, sir.
Go ahead.
Joel chapter 3, verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
The Grecians, you know who the Grecians are. The Grecians is a pretty well-known people. The Bible says the tribe of Judah was sold unto the Grecians. That's prophecy right there. That's prophecy right there. Let's get Amos 9 and 4.
Oh God.
The children of Judah were sold unto the Grecians. The children of Judah were sold unto the Grecians. The children of Judah is the so-called blacks. The Grecians are the oppressor. It's pretty simple.
I got you.
Go ahead.
Amos chapter 9 verse 4. And through they go into captivity before their enemies.
Though we go into captivity before our enemies, that's what the scripture says. We go into captivity before our enemies. Go ahead.
Now God, then will I command the sword, and it shall stay or shall slay. And shall slay them. And I will set mine eyes upon them for evil, and not for good.
See, a lot of people don't want to go into this part of the Bible. They don't want to read the Old Testament because they don't understand it. It looks mean and about judgment. Well, if you was with the real prophets of the Lord, you would understand it. You would understand it's not just about mean and judgment. It's about the truth, who we really are, the covenant that we made with the one true living God on this planet that we have to keep forever. You would understand that if you were really dealing with the truth and the prophets of the Lord in the ISUPK. You wouldn't just be scared of it and not want to read it. Let's get Luke 21 and 24.
Oh God.
And we're going to get ready to wrap it up and do our second half of class where we engage with the comment section.
Luke chapter 21 verse 24.
Go ahead.
And they shall fall by the eagle of the sword, and shall be led away captivity. Captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the
Trodden down
trodden down of the Gentiles, unto the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Wow. This is amazing scripture right here. It tells you that the children of Israel would be out of Jerusalem, would be led away captive into all nations. And this happened in 70 AD, where the book, you reading the book about Babylon to Timbuktu. It said the markets were full of black Jewish slaves. Man. This is what happened in 70 AD when they took down our capital city, Jerusalem. And it was not easy, but they ended up taking it down through sabotage, our own self-sabotage, and a besiegement where they circled the city. They didn't want to come and fight in Jerusalem. They knew it might not work. It might not work out that way. So they stayed on the outside of the city and to try to basically starve the city out, to weaken the city, because they didn't want to fight us full strength, because they knew Jerusalem was no joke. Jerusalem was a city on a hill, you know what I mean, with strong walls and narrow roads and narrow streets. So they knew their numbers wouldn't really amount to nothing, because they got to go down these narrow streets to battle. And they were already having problems with the smaller cities before they even got to Jerusalem. So they know if they wanted to go in at Jerusalem, they might not even win. They might not make it out alive. But at the end of the day, the Lord was against us. So it didn't matter, you know what I mean, the logistics or the tactics or the strategy, because the Lord was against us that time. The Lord was against us at that time. All right. Let's go Jeremiah 12:7.
Oh God.
Jeremiah 12:7.
Oh God, sir. Jeremiah 12, verse 7. I have forsaken mine house. I have left mine heritage. I have given the dearly beloved of my soul into the hand of her enemies.
The Lord said he's forsaken his house and his heritage into the hand of her enemies. This is talking about the 12 tribes of Israel being in captivity to all these other nations. Let's get Jeremiah 15:1.
Oh God. Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 1. Then said the Lord unto me, through Moses and Samuel stood before me.
Yeah. Though Moses and Samuel stood before me, this is what the Lord is saying. Like, we have Moses and Samuel, righteous brothers who stood with the Lord and helped our nation through all types of times. Go ahead.
Yet my mind could not be towards these people.
Man, our people was not acting like Samuel or Moses. Our people was not being towards the Lord when we discussed it and turned away the Lord. The Lord said his mind could not be toward this people, man. The blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, how they continue to disobey the Lord. Lord said, my mind can't be towards these people. That's the trouble we was in. We ticked off the Lord so damn bad where he don't even want to have his mind towards us. That's a problem. That means he don't gonna hear your prayers. He ain't gonna give a damn about you. Go ahead, let's get some more.
Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth.
The Lord said, cast them out of my sight. Cast them out of my sight. We was cast out of the sight of the Lord. Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. That's how we ended up in these hellholes, in these ghettos, barrios, and reservations. Because our ancestors pissed off the Lord so bad, and we still do it today. We piss off the Lord so bad that he said, cast them out of my sight. We ain't going to be in our land. We ain't going to be in the face of the Lord. We ain't even going to be his people. We're going to be a no people. Go ahead, let's get more.
Verse 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee,
Whither
shall we go forth?
Whither shall we go forth? The people, after they get told you're getting cast out of the sight of the Lord, they said, where are we going to go? You know who else said that? What's that dude's name? Jesse Jackson. When Officer Quanyala stepped to him and told him, man, we gotta get our people up out of here. Right. He didn't even know Jesse Jackson, so dumb or so, part of the wicked rulership. He said, where we gonna go? Just like we said back then. Not knowing, the brother not saying we got to get up out of here and go somewhere. He's saying, like the scripture said, come out of her, my people. Mm-hmm. We got to come out of this system. We got to come out of the way of America. We got to come out of Babylon. And for the people saying this is pre-recorded, it's not pre-recorded. It's live. All right. The second half of class, we deal with the comment section, which is we getting closer to that now. But we're going to finish the scripture.
I mean, I was messing with them, but I got bored.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead. Let's get some more.
Oh God, sir.
That's the same thing the Lord said. He said, man, I was messing with them. I was cool getting with the children of Israel and making sure they straight. But I got bored because they ticked me off and they pushed me away and they continually wicked and disobedient. Go ahead.
Then thou shouted, tell them, they're saying the Lord, such as are for death, to death, and such as are for the sword, to the sword, and such as.
Oh, that's it on that. It's getting a little dark there. Go ahead. Let's read through the string. We're going to get ready. Go ahead and clip it. We're going to get ready to have a break, and then we're going to come back. We're going to take a quick break. Hey, Shalom, Triple Roman Bad. Yahweh Shin Shabbat. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back.
Dog, you know it's raw. Well, let me catch you if you showing off. They wanted to get you, I hold it off. Thought he was solid, but told it off. Running the field with the underdogs. Don't wanna get involved. I can admit it, I know what it's time and I'm tripping, I gotta regroup. Niggas will fumble a bag. I get to the cash fast, gotta salute. I've been a hustler, look how I'm coming up. You running your mouth, better run it up. I'm running this shit like a big dog. Living my movie, they pissed off. Pushing the law cause we in charge. They gon' play this in the synagogues. How do I feel? I'm feeling great. Bigger the problem, the bigger the plate. Making my move, that shit gotta wait. Ahead of my time, keep it in line. Put on their face, I just learned to keep it all to myself. Wait, a couple of niggas that hang with me that'll bang for me. If I'm doing bad, never change on me.
We the salt of the earth. We the motherfucking underdogs. We underestimated. Understand what I'm saying?
I got tunnel vision. There's a bunch of ways I'm gonna get it. Cause my way or the highway, if you ain't fucking with it. Do what I say or go about your fucking business and take this money with you. I ain't dealing with no fucking children if they not my own. Going by myself, I'ma die alone. These bitches catch my wave and more just hopping on. They hear what I make, it starts to turn them on. I think think it's sorcery. The way they ride the bone, the black magic stick. They stopping by my home when I'm not even home. I'd rather be alone so I can conquer shit and I can see it wrong. I just keep popping shit cause I won't be here long. I'm hopping on the road and get my diesel blown. She wanna drop it low and get her eagle on. My new bitch bad as fuck. She look like me alone. I came up from the dirt, was born right under y'all. And just like God of wine, said I just want the ball. These niggas seasonal, I watch them leave and fall. The last gon' finish first, cause we some underdogs.
They say the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Nigga, we gon' rule the kingdom, nigga. This one West.
Pride to the sunset, slide to the moon for a boss. All said ghetto, then I got him, that's my doggy dog. Don't bark, gotta mean bite, we them underdogs. Over off the wire, 5 yards, I'm pressing all of y'all. 9 niggas up like I'm director from a casting call. I don't give a fuck, you want beef? Neck to all of y'all. UPK priest, lace up boost, then it's time to ball. The clip name Wendy, all these shells, I'ma let them fall. Niggas claim they better than, like who they think they better than. One West soldier, best believe we got that medal in. Last name Cannon, cause I still got them drummers in. Cap, I set that trapper, hell yeah, I'ma let them know. Underdog, you niggas trippin', we'll be poppin' on you sniffin'. Real crack through with that smithin'. Lock in on the mission, rockin' all out. Who the type to hop out, you be bitchin', cop the crew time. Now the Glock, glitch it, nigga.
Lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. How when I get mad, turn the Sharface. Yeah, nigga. Fuck, I'm talking about that. Hey, tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is, tell me what you wanna do. Put sad boy plotting on who? I done seen it all before I came through. Must well understand, nigga, I'm in the truth, lame ass nigga. But these crackers tryna shoot shit my way. 100 down rides on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn the Sharface. Yeah, I'm up in South Beach with this shit, nigga. Damn it. Fuck on me. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. I'm always in the field, always dressed to kill. Nigga, what the fuck you talking about? But your pussy boy, you ain't talking about nothing, but you ain't making noise. You ain't on that shit thought you was. Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? They don't even know that. Shooting at me, and I'm a throwback. I don't look back, that's a throwback. No, I don't look sad, cause I'm on that. Boy, get shot at tough, that's a toe tag. Lame ass cracker don't want the guns on me. But these people wanna know everything. But the booze and the chica, I tell these soft ass boys how to think. When I'm on my grind, let it hang. Yeah, my nutsack on these fuck niggas when I don't give a fuck. What they be hating on, cause I'm up, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? Yeah, all the time a nigga wrong. All the time a nigga knowing. Gotta stack it up, keep that bitch fluent. Hey, hey. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. Gotta flip the deal, gotta keep the steel, kill a big kill. Nah, nigga, for real, I'm ready for the for real. Nigga, I'm ready for the war, nigga. But they crack tryna shoot shit my way. 100 down rounds on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn the Scarface. We up here with the scene, nigga, with the Colombians, cutting niggas' heads off and shit. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel. Always just a kill, shoot 'em up the hill. Gotta keep the steel, nah, nigga, for real. Heady boy, I think they talking about. Why X out your rank, walking on your sand. On the highway, chasing out the bands. Boy, wanna hate, they don't understand. Boy, wanna hate, soft two cans. Sam ass nigga. I told you for that nigga, they don't know it. Yeah, chasing out the one, I love that shit. Cause the thrill of the hunt keep me on my shit. Yeah, the dagger on my hip with a stand-up clip. Yeah, motherfucker, we'll kill your ass. We'll motherfucking dissect your ass. Cut a head off, put a body for the buzzers. Matter of fact, fuck them buzzers, nigga. You know we head hunters. We got more dudes. Hey, call nigga Sharface, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah. Check out my style. I fall from a lane, girl. Watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe. Me and you just cruising through the town lately. Ask you some questions, girl, do you mind? What will it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole theme. Check out my style. I fall from a lane, girl. Watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe. Me and you just cruising through the town lately. Ask you some questions, girl, do you mind? What will it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole theme. No, I ain't giving up. I made an oath, I ain't giving up. Whoa, we on the phone getting spiritual. Then I remix the flow, getting in the check out my style. I fall from my lane, girl. Watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe. Me and you just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. Check out my style. I fall from my lane, girl. Just watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe. Me and you, we just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. Check out my style. I'm far from a lane, girl, just let me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe. Me and you, we just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. No, I ain't giving up. No, I made an oath, I ain't giving up. Hey, we on the phone getting spiritual. And I remix the flow, getting in the air. Check out my style. I'm far from a lane, girl, just watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, can get around in my coupe. Me and you, we just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I taste the whole thing. No, I ain't giving up. Hey, I made an oath, I ain't giving up. Whoa, we on the phone getting spiritual. And then I remix the flow, getting in the
I know exactly what they want. I know exactly what they want. Just be patient. My name is my name. Power and glory. I never change. Stand on loyalty. Remain the same.
Let me get this John. Right.
Really that nigga. Truth be told, I'm a noble figure. Local niggas, they be so offended. What's word? It's global business.
Hold on. Let me ask y'all a question. All y'all niggas in the same school and all that?
Hell, fuck yeah.
So now y'all niggas smoke weed?
Fuck no.
Don't fold if you say you win it. I was molded to it, now fit it. Can't control, this the highest limit. Killing shit, or this an honest living. Gotta get it, ain't no time for wishing. The time is now, better pay attention. In my city, you can feel the tension. A terror squad, no pun intended. This ain't for you, but I recommend it. They know we coming, better clear the entrance. Shit get deep, but I keep digging. This how I look when you keep winning. Over time, I had to take the hint. Shine bright, sit behind the tents. 1-on-1, I ain't in the mix. Ain't what you thought, better get a glimpse. Came up from a pedal bike. Press the brakes, I ain't never liked. Whole time I was taking risks. They don't play with me cause they know I'm nice. Round form, I ain't even started. Transform, I ain't here to bargain. You on watch, better move with caution. Chains on me, I don't do this often. No error, this shit flawless. Reach for it, you become a target. It ain't worth it, better keep walking. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. I say the word, then it's final. To get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. It's about to go viral. Say the word, then it's final. Get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. Don't wanna hear all that street shit. Me and my niggas on defense. Wonder who I was in my past life. Don't even matter, that peep this. Remember the days when I was a trooper. Stay on the path and it won't confuse you. Bars all, I'm the one to do it. I roll on ace like a flight maneuver. Try to trick me, I ain't never moving. Camouflage, I can blend into it. They better ride, I don't do the Ubers. Let them talk, I don't hear the rumors. A little suffer ain't really nothing. The way I'm stomping, better play the trumpet. You see me coming, better get the running. If they see me coming, better get the running. You ain't never seen it, you ain't never witnessed, you ain't never noticed, you ain't never focused. I was really waiting, I was really training. Sick and tired of being patient. I ain't never doubted, this was in the making. Use what I got, not in the wasting. From rapping and singing, I could never drink it. But I'm from the bottom, so I gotta make it. This ain't rapping, it's a damn warning. Late night to the early morning. Got a vision, I planned it out. They tried to stop me, but I kept going. I study plays, now I'm in the game, and it's all the same, but I had to change. You'll never crash if you in your lane. I can take the loss, cause it's all a game.
Yo, when Casamigos mean in English? Drunk.
All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. I say the word, then it's final. To get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. I say the word, then it's final. Get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed.
Hold on. Be careful, you hear me? Be careful. Watch your damn feet. You hear me? You ain't no Christians out here. Watch yourself when something happen to you.
I thought smart. Now, say.
Excuse me.
You already live?
No, no, sir.
Fine. We're live here.
Can you give me that air song?
Go.
Shalom Israel. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who they are according to the Bible. We're going to deal with straight the comment section right now. So if you have comments or questions, type them in the chat. We will answer them biblically. That's what we are. We're a biblical school that's built or here to build up our nation. That's why we're here. We're here to build up our nation with the knowledge to be a nation again. Like right now, we're not even a nation. We're not a people. We're under another people, under another people, under another people. You understand? We are no people. But with this knowledge, with this information, with this history of who we are, where we come from, why we're in this situation, with this history and with this knowledge and with this spirit of the Lord upon us, we will be a nation again. We will go back to our old ways, and you will see the nation of Israel on the earth again, the 12 tribes of Israel on the earth again, not these imposters. Do me a favor. Bring the camera a little closer.
Is this?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. Perfect. That's it. All right. So, earlier for class, we were breaking down the prophecies of the 12 tribes that would befall the 12 tribes in the last days. And we only got through pretty much half the scriptures. And it was so deep. There's so much information. There's so much history, so much knowledge that proves without a shadow of a doubt that we are those people. That we are the Israelites of antiquity. All right? So we said, I'm the 12 tribes of the synagogue of Satan. Let's get that. Let's get Revelations 12. I just seen them walk past. But you can check for sure. Yeah, Revelations. Where it said, synagogue of Satan, chapter 2, verse, I think 2 and 9. 3 and 9. Let's go to 3 and 9. Let's go straight. I think it's quicker. Somebody said Ashkenazi and Khazarian. Yeah, that's the fake ones. That's their real identity.
Looking for the synagogue of Satan?
Yeah, Revelation chapter 2, verse 3 and 9, and 3 and 9 too. Look, 3 and 9. Yeah, it says it twice. For the people who say the Goyim, they're the Goyim. Alright? The people who calling everybody Goyim are actually Goyim themselves. Alright? Which is actually real funny. You know what I mean? They calling everybody Goyim and this and that when they're actually Goyim. The real 12 tribes of Israel are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The tribe of Judah, the so-called Negroes. The tribe of Benjamin, the so-called West Indians. The tribe of Levi, the so-called Haitians. The tribe of Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. The tribe of Zebulon, Guatemala, Panama. The tribe of Ephraim, Puerto Rico. The tribe of Manasseh is the Cubans. The tribe of Gad is the North American Indians. The tribe of Reuben is the Seminole Indians. And the tribe of Naphtali is Argentina to Chile. The tribe of Asher is Colombia to Uruguay. The tribe of Issachar is so-called Mexicanos. If you don't believe me, just look it up. Just look up who are the 12 tribes of Israel. Look up the 12 tribes. Okay? So the ish means if you have something that's red and something that's reddish, it's not the real red. It's like, that means it's like the red. It's like red. It's reddish.
The definition of ish is simply to be like something or similar as. So to add on to different words to make it seem as it is.
All right. Somebody asked about the tribe of Dan. The tribe of Dan is biblically within the tribe of Manasseh.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's not 13, it's 12. Because Dan didn't have enough sons and they merged into Manasseh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why they call themselves Ish, because they never called themselves the real thing, the Israelites, because the Israelites were still on the earth at that time. So people would know, like, hey, look, you're actually trying to call yourself another people. So they came up with the Ish. So that way when people come to them and step to them and say, nah, we're not, we're not them, but we're like them. We're Ish. We're Ish. And over time, as we lost more and more of our heritage. Then there's been lectures in Paris about this. This is not some new information. There's been scholars in Persia that's written about this. That was even historians that actually noted and registered or basically recorded the whole transformation of when they changed their names, the kings of Khazaria from Og and Bashan and all the Baltic names that they had. They start changing their names to names like Joseph, Manasseh, King Daniel. They start changing their names to Israelite names, but that was not their names. That was not their names to begin with. They converted. It was a mass conversion. It's even recorded in history. Okay, they converted during the 9th century under the Khazarian Empire. That's when they created the language of Yiddish. That's when they created their subculture. You understand? To be like unto the real thing. We, the real Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the 12 tribes of Israel. If you're a black man in America, you're from the tribe of Judah. The so-called Negroes are from the tribe of Judah. If you're a West Indian, which means Jamaican, Trinidad, Tobago, Barbados, even Garifuna, those, I believe Garifuna as well, those are the tribe of Benjamin. That's the tribe of Benjamin. Now, even the tribe of Levi, that's the so-called Haitians. The so-called Haitians are the tribe of Levi. That's why one of their main names is what? Zoe. What does Zoe mean? Zoe means bones. What are the symbol of the Haitian, of the tribe of Levi, is dice, the Yumam and the Thummim, also known as bones. That's the symbol of the tribe of Levi. And that's also the name that the Haitians carry with them everywhere they go. The Zoe pound, the Zoe this, Zoe that. They call themselves Zoe because that's the connection they have back to when they were the tribe of Levi. Even a lot of their customs. A lot of Haitian women, they won't want to marry a man who's not Haitian. Why? Because that was a biblical culture of the women of the tribe of Levi. They were supposed to marry men from the tribe of Levi. Biblically. So they still keep that culture even unto today. Tribe of Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. The Bible talks about Simeon and Levi, the prophecy on Simeon and Levi. They were brethren and instruments of cruelty are in their habitation because them two came together and did a crime, an evil crime together, a bloody crime together. And the Lord said they will not be together, and they won't be together until Christ returns and brings them together. That's why they're on the same island, but they don't unite. The Haitians and Dominicans are on the same island, but they do not unite in any type of way. They're always at odds with each other. The only way that will lift that odds is when they come in Christ, under a black man named Jesus Christ. The tribe of Zebulon, the ship, Guatemala to Panama. What's in Panama? The Panama Canal. That's what they're famous for, the ship. You understand? Now, that's a prophecy in Genesis, the 50th chapter. Tribe of Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, a fruitful bow. That's why Puerto Ricans have so many children. You just look at a Puerto Rican woman, she gets pregnant. You understand? Because they're a fruitful bow. A fruitful bow is like a fruits and vegetables it grows a lot. You know what I mean? All right. Tribe of Manasseh is the so-called Cubans. The tribe of Gad is the North American Indians. The tribe of Reuben is the Seminole Indians. So if you're a Seminole Indian, a lot of them moved into Texas, into Mexico. You are actually from the tribe of Reuben. The Argentinians to Chile, we're talking about the indigenous. They're from the tribe of Naphtali. Colombia to Uruguay is the tribe of Asher. Issachar is the so-called Mexicanos. All right, now let's get to the questions. Somebody said I have a question. Go ahead and then type your question.
Our visibility is going to be restricted for 10 minutes to certain audiences.
Yeah, because we was getting a lot of views. They were mad about that.
I don't even think it's that. This dude was doing too much, so I blocked him. So now you don't see him no more.
Good. Yeah, we got to block
him.
people
He's sitting there doing weird stuff. And then what he's saying.
Someone. I mean, you got to go up some. And he says a whole bunch of stuff. He says the same comment over and over.
Yeah, same dude.
Can you explain why you guys don't like the Israelite people? Because they put us. It was a part of our enslaving us, and they put us in slavery, and they had us in slavery, and they had our women in harems, and they did evil, wicked things to our men as well. Someone said he's talking about half-breed conquistadors. No, the indigenous people. They're still indigenous people. You know what I mean? They're not you because you came over here and start messing everything up. They're still indigenous people. Those are the actual Israelites. So I say Ashkenazis and Sephardics. Yeah, all of that is garbage. It's not biblical. The Ashkenazi is not a biblical tribe. Sephardic is not a biblical tribe. It's not in the Bible as one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Somebody said they were pharaohs too. So next you guys going to call yourselves the original Europeans. No, the original Europeans were actually the Samoans, the children of Japheth. They actually the Samoans, the Hawaiians, the Polynesians, and whatnot, and the Aborigines. Those are the actual original Europeans. You look up the history of when Philip of Macedonia went into Europe. Who was he fighting that was already there? It wasn't other Macedonians and Greeks. It was Japhetic people. All right, that's where you get them stories of Troy and all of that, the Iliad and the Odyssey. All of that comes from that time period when the oppressors went into Europe before the Greek Empire. Somebody says, so do you think World War III is going to happen soon? Yes, very soon. Somebody said, why do y'all worship God if you believe he orchestrated the slave trade as a curse? That's the way we get out of it. And then he promised us that he will put them in captivity under us. So, yeah, it was bad because we were bad. But once we turn good, all of it flips and we get to rule over our enemies. Rule over our oppressors. So we say Ashkenazis, Sephardics, Mizrahis, Ethiopians, and Baharians all have genetic links to the land. Who give a damn about the land? We're talking about being the actual Israelite people that God promised the land to. That's more important than just you was in the land. There was a whole lot of people in the land. You missing a whole lot of people that was in the land. The Philistines, they were in the land. The Hamites, the Jebusites, who are a whole bunch of Hamites. No, we the Israelites. That's the whole purpose of being the lost tribes of Israel. If you're the actual lost tribes of Israel, that means you have something that's lost. You have some information that's lost. So obviously, our people are going to fill that information. There's ways that information can get filled of who we are. That's why you see black people, you ask them, what's your nationality? They'll say, I'm a Democrat. What's your nationality? I'm a Christian. What's your nationality? I'm a Baptist. That's not your nationality.
That's your religion.
Yeah, that's your religion. So you get all these different answers from the same people group. Why do you get all these different answers? Because we are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. Emphasis on the word lost. All right. Yes, you're Ish. We're an Israelite, and you're Ish. So that's what you are. That's what we just did the whole breakdown on what Ish means. Somebody said, "Don't sound very superior and chosen ones." What is that? Has a sound? You're supposed to sing like little children in the choir. Like, what's the sound? Oh, we sound like they're the chosen people. They got that chosen people sound.
Stomp your feet, just clap your hands.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, what's the sound of being the chosen
saying
people?
Nothing, just clapping and singing, just feeling good.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about when they say something like that. They said they don't have the sound of the chosen people. Yeah, you're too caught up in religion. That's how religion fools people. That by bringing in music and the organ and the choir and the singers and the tambourines. You want a tambourine. You a little girl. You a woman. You want a concert. All right, we didn't deal with concerts in here. This ain't the Usher and the Chris Brown concert. You're probably trying to get tickets to. If you want the sound, then go to that. This in here, you're gonna get the cold hard truth of who we are and what's going on in this Bible. Somebody say, ain't no such thing as chosen people or none of that. We all just people on earth. You can go ahead and think that if you want to, but the Bible doesn't say that. The Bible in Deuteronomy 28:7 says we are a holy people. Mark where that 10 minutes should come back. So I know. Mark where that 10 minutes should come on. Mark where that 10 minutes. It said there should be 10 minutes when we block. Mark where that 10 minutes should end. What time should that 10 minutes end? Go ahead, brother.
It was like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, it's I think the reason why the restriction, sometimes you gotta block people because they be doing stuff like stupid stuff, nasty stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You gotta block them. That's what's messing up your page. It's because people doing what they're doing. We're not blocking.
Our page, you mean our page?
Our page. My bad. It's a lot. We gotta block the people that's doing weird stuff. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna mess up our page. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they said, did your people build the pyramids?
Yes, sadly, we did build those big fat tombstones. That's all they are, just some big old tombstones to the damn skies, to the false gods. So it says, why do y'all just study Old Testament? Who the hell said we only study Old Testament? You gotta know what you're talking about before you ask the question. We study the Old and New Testament in here and the Apocrypha. Somebody said, how do you know when an animal is kosher? We don't use that word kosher. We don't use that word kosher.
We use lawful.
Yeah, we use lawful. That's better. Is this animal lawful to eat? Christ is coming back at the peak of World War III. Somebody says, no, your people were pharaohs. There was only like 15 pharaohs. You know what I mean? How was all our people that? There's millions of us. When we came up out of Egypt, it was millions of us. How all of us are going to be a pharaoh? There was only like 20 pharaohs in like 100, like 1,000 years. It was only like 20 pharaohs. So all of us were not damn pharaohs, man. Stop thinking that crap. All right. Some said, when are they going to build Africa? When are you going to build Yugoslavia? Go build that. Or the caves in Petra, Jordan. When are you going to build those caves?
Yeah, when are you going to go back to the cave, build your caves back again?
Yeah.
Y'all once break in the cave.
All right, so someone says, so is every non-Israelite going into captivity? Yes. Except the only ones that have a decent captivity is the Japhetic people, the Hawaiians, Samoans, Polynesians, Aborigines, because they did the least amount of crimes to us. So the scriptures say they will be over the other nations. Under us, but over the other nations. So when the kingdom will have a big old castle, and guess what? The house slave, he'll be a big Samoan when open the door and be like, what do you want? The master is busy. I mean, it'll be some big 400-pound, Samoan that's going to be, being our servants, you know what I mean? Because they actually treated us in a decent manner. It said, Paul said there's neither Jews or Gentiles in Christ. Okay. If there's no Jews nor Gentiles, he's talking about the other tribes that they were calling Gentiles. Paul didn't want all the Israelites talking about the other Israelites, calling them Gentiles because they didn't grow up under the Jews in Jerusalem. So he said, but God is the one that caused slavery according to your beliefs, so why would he let y'all enslave? All right, the scripture says we were in captivity, but the oppressor took it too far. There's a precept that talks about that. He went too far. So it's one thing for people to live under you, but it's another thing for you to abuse them. Like, okay, if we work at the job, why you gotta abuse me as well? Why you gotta take my children? Why do you gotta take my name? Why do you gotta take my identity? Why do you gotta steal my culture? Why do you gotta force me not to read? Why you gotta do all these other things to me that have nothing to do with me just working? So yeah, we was in captivity, but the oppressor, he took it too far. That's why he's going to get judged. Because everything, all that other stuff was all him. Was all his wicked doing. You know what I mean? And he's going to pay for that. Somebody said they Most High made Edomite skin burn they sun, and they still took us into captivity. Somebody said, but God is a mastermind behind it according to your beliefs. It's not a mastermind behind it. It's a consequence behind it. The consequence of us not obeying the Lord was we would go into captivity. Why is that? Because the Lord knew what these heathens would do to us. It's like when you tell your child, don't go out there at late night hanging with those criminals and them thugs late night in the streets. You will end up unalived or in jail. When he goes out in the streets and hangs out late night with them and he ends up in jail, did you mastermind and orchestrate it? No, you just knew what would happen by his actions. The Lord knew what would happen by our actions if we disobeyed him. He knew what these heathens would do because they're heathens. All right? Somebody says, so if we're Israelites, why do they Edomites rule over us? Yeah, we already read that in the scriptures. It's a curse for disobeying God.
It's the same one from our last Goliath. You already read this one, sir? I can read what it's saying.
Go ahead.
It said, what's his name? Samson. Mm-hmm. It says, but God is the one that caused slavery according to your beliefs. So why would he let y'all enslave?
You didn't understand. You didn't understand the analogy I just gave. If the Lord said this will happen if you disobey. It's not that he's making you disobey and then making these other things happen to you. He knows when you do this thing, these other events will happen because I know everything. It's like a person drinking and driving. They're going to tell you, do not drink and drive because you will be impaired and cause an accident. When you go and drink and drive, they didn't magically cause you to have an accident. They know what happens when you're drinking and driving. So the more you do it, it's likely for that event to happen. So when it happens, it's off of your choice of drinking and driving. When we end up in captivity, it's off of our choice of disobeying the law, statutes, and commandments. Now, while we're in captivity, they ain't got to do all these other evil things to us. The evil treatment of while we're in captivity is what they will pay for. Because guess what? They didn't have to treat us evil. They could have said, man, we see y'all got lost your land. You can come work on my land. I'll treat you kind. I'll be there. I'll be a brother to you. Because Esau was Jacob's brother. I'll be your brother. I'll help you get your land back. I'll help you get back on your feet. He could have did that. But instead, he chose that route that he chose. That's why he's going to get punished for what he's done. Yeah, they just trying to basically save the oppressor. Why is it our fault? We did all the evil, but why do we got to pay? What did we do wrong? Every criminal does the same thing. They try to justify their crimes. times. When a criminal goes and does something to somebody, why he always got an excuse about why, that person deserved it, or, I had to do it because of this, because of that.
Trying to cover it up.
Yeah, trying to cover it up. That's what every criminal always does. So that's all you hear from these comments is the criminal trying to give excuse and say, we had to do it for this reason. Why is it our fault? It's God's fault. God made us do it. Yeah, whatever.
No, I was going to say another analogy for these smooth brain people. It's just like if you was raising your children. You know what I'm saying? Keep fucking with the stove, it's going to burn them. You, hey, don't touch that stove. You know what I'm saying? But you already know they're going to go back and do it because they freaking hard-headed.
And the stove's going to burn them, not because you magically orchestrating them to get burnt. Right. You just know what's happening.
And you know what's going to happen. Just like sticking a fork in the outlet is going to let you get your dumb ass. I mean, everything that you can bring up all types of analogies and scenarios to show that the Most High told us, hey, you disobey me, I'm going to punish you. You know what I'm saying? And what did we do as children of the Most High? We disobeyed our Father and did what he told us not to do. And now we're suffering behind it. But our oppressors has made our suffering even worse than what he wanted us to go through. Instead of showing a smidge of kindness or tenderness to your own brother, you took it way too far.
It's the same with police. When the police go and they arrest somebody, then they try to justify they had to they had to damn near beat them and shoot them and I don't want to say too much, but basically they had to brutalize them. What they say? You shouldn't have did the crime. You shouldn't have stole that candy bar. No, actually, if you can arrest somebody without actually brutalizing them as well. They actually it's actually possible. But if you're a criminal, you're gonna obviously look at it like if you're supporting them, you're gonna look at it like they had to do it that way and blah blah blah.
Someone said something.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you read it. It says, "Love and Life." That's the name. But so if we're Israelites, why do they? Sorry, can you say it? Oh, y'all read it? All right, come on. Make sure.
That's what we was just talking about.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I'm mad they over here trying to flame them, but
who's that?
A few of them. One of them said, "I know they got a smell in there because of the big boy on the left."
Man, brother, you know what to do? I just block them. That's why they have a problem with the internet. They trying to restrict us and all that because we ain't block them. You gotta block them.
Hey, look, I don't care. Let them do what they gotta do. Let them say what they gotta say. I mean, it is what it is. He said, "Notice how you only respond to the shit about that shit, but not anything else I'm saying."
We want to hear something that's really important, like someone have a good conversation or a good question, not someone that's just going to say some stupid stuff.
I mean, it's crazy. We've been. Oh my goodness. We already broke down what the Magun Dawadah is several times over. But if we got to break it down to you again, it's King David's signet because David in Hebrew is Dawadah. He took the two das, placed them on top of each other, and made it his signet, his seal of approval, his stamp. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you seal your letters with, he used it on his ring, stamp on that dang on seal to make it close. Which is nothing but candle wax and the ring seal. Boom. The Star of David that you're thinking of, first off, it can't be a star because a star is a big ball of gas in the sky. Okay? And before y'all sit there and say it's the Star of Molech or what's the other one that they go with?
Star Remphan.
Remphan. You know what I'm saying? Y'all crazy. Because when you thinking of stuff like that, they're talking about idols, not the actual King David signet. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how they put those two together.
Right.
It is actually making my brain work harder than it's supposed to. I'm trying to deal with y'all.
Let's do one thing. Let's reset the stream.
He said, stutter in the stomach. Keep whining. Good night. We don't whine. We explain to you your crimes. That's all we do.
Good.
Look at that. Got another K. One more, you're going to get hit 3,000.
Let's do it just because at first it was giving us like, man, we have like 200 people in here, so I want to try to get back to
I learned from Captain Zodiac because I was watching his videos, right? Like sometimes because people say stupid stuff, you gotta block them.
All right, yeah, but we ain't over there at that on the block.
If you see something, if I see something,
just hop down and block them. Yeah.
Because they the ones messing their stuff up. It's not us, it's them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy that it lets some people in the comment section mess up your stream.
Yeah, man. I learned that from Captain
They say it goes
Zodiac.
against the community guidelines.
Yeah, but they should punish the person who put the comment.
Yeah,
not the motherfuckers who streamed it.
Whenever somebody do harassment shit, I go and tap on their name and then report.
I used to thought it was us. It's not us.
And I try to block them over there.
They were reporting us and saying all this and that. We blocked them before they even be able to do that. You know what I mean? Shit. So I just watched Captain Zodiac. You know what I mean? That's how I learned that. Shit. You have to do it damn self.
So you want to go one more?
Yeah, let's go one more.
Sir. Here we go. Live.
Let's see if it does it again. If it gives us that one number. We the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who they are according to the Bible. Black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man. You will go through the same struggles because you're the same people. You have the same God that looks upon you. You are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. 12 tribes in one nation. It's time to join together. Unido de los 12 tribus. Unite the 12 tribes because that's the only way. And we have to unite the 12 tribes under Christ, a black man named Jesus Christ, under the ISUPK. The ISUPK is the only organization on the planet Earth that has the answers for all our people. We're the only ones who can bring our people together because God gave us that commission to bring all the 12 tribes together. God gave us that understanding to bring the 12 tribes together. God gave us that knowledge, you understand, through the teachings of the priests and the prophets of the Lord. Through the teachings of the priests and prophets of the Lord, that's how you will learn how to get right. Get out of these different religions. You're not worshipers of wood and stone. You are the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the holy seed. And that holy seed is with something that's within you. They actually, what makes, go ahead.
He said, it's homie on the right, your left smoking. That's that frankincense and myrrh.
That's frankincense and myrrh.
Get it right.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody said, hey, brother, do you ever go on other creators' pages to debate?
Yes.
We do that all the time. We got tons of debates. Look at one of our main brothers, Captain Zodiac. Debates all day and night. That's, you know what I mean? He debates all day and night on every platform. So if you know what I mean, shoot, and we debate every class. Every class we in here, we're debating, we're battling. People putting comments and scriptures in there, and we gotta battle it and answer. Somebody said, I don't know, I ain't buying what you're selling.
Well, you ain't got to. It's not for you then.
It's not for you. It's not for you. Somebody says, I got frankincense too. That's good. Somebody, guys, have you ever debated Deconstruction Zone? He goes by Justin. Never heard of him. Myrrh is extra. Myrrh is actually biblical. It's frankincense and myrrh is actually in the Bible. Somebody says, should our people be circumcised or not? We should. If you black, Hispanic, and Native American, the 12 tribes of Israel, it should be. Tribe of Judah is the so-called Negroes. Tribe of Benjamin is the so-called West Indians. Tribe of Levi is the Haitians. Tribe of Simeon is the Dominicans. Tribe of Zebulon is Guatemala and Panama. Tribe of Ephraim is the Puerto Ricans. Tribe of Manasseh is the Cubans. Tribe of Gad is the North American Indians. Tribe of Reuben is the Seminole Indians. Tribe of Naphtali is Argentina, Chile. Tribe of Asher is Colombia to Uruguay. And tribe of Issachar is the Mexicanos. Somebody asked, what's the West Indians? West Indians are Jamaicans, Trinidad, Tobago, Barbados, Garifuna, all the brothers in those islands out there, besides the Haitians. Those brothers in the West Indian Islands. Those are the tribe of Benjamin.
So I read this one.
Go ahead.
It says, YB. Have you guys ever debate deconstruction?
I already read that.
Okay.
I told him I never heard of that guy. Somebody said, clinging to the tribe of life. There is no tribe of life. None of the 12 tribes are called life. Y'all will forever be on the wrong side of history. How's the oppressed on the wrong side of history? When everybody looks back at history, the oppressor is the one who's on the wrong side. You ain't never seen history before? Somebody said, what about oppressors? I'm confused. What about them? They're not getting into the kingdom. Somebody says, somebody said, I was already on another live stream with y'all. UPK should be dissolved ASAP. Your name is Alfredo Pasta Don. And he said, yeah, right. You think you're Italian? You Genovese. You Gigante. You're Alfredo Pasta.
Come on, he's saying he's loud now. He's trying to say debate.
Somebody said oppressed. That would mean everyone is on the wrong side of history. No, that would mean the oppressor is on the wrong side of history. You know what I mean? If you don't know who the oppressor is, ask your AI. I mean, it's not that damn hard. If you want to see who's the oppressor, you got to just open your damn eyes. You know what I mean? Ask AI. Ask any black, Hispanic, or Native American person from here to Timbuktu. So they said Jalen Brunson on his day off. I don't know who that is. So you say you believe in Christ? Yes, we do. We do believe in Christ as a black man. Somebody said, ask AI, you guys can't think for yourselves. I mean, it's easy to say. You just got to open your eyes. Somebody said, everyone has been oppressed, my brother. I refuse to acknowledge AI as a relevant source of info. You don't know who the oppressor is. You can't tell nobody what's a relevant source of information because you don't even know who the oppressor is. If I'm a black man here in America and I say the oppressor and you sitting there confused and dumbfounded, you know what I mean? Like you don't have no authority to say what's a relevant source of information. You just need to sit down in class and listen and learn. Somebody say, y'all don't know what the heck y'all talking about. Somebody says, do you believe in Jesus? Yes, we do. But we believe in Jesus as the scripture has said. A black man. Somebody said, what tribe are the Haitians? They're the tribe of Levi. The Levitical priesthood, the tribe of Levi. You can go ahead and close that door. There's a lot of movement going on. So it said, Jerry the King Lawler. I don't know who that is. Somebody says immigrants are the oppressor. These dudes are lost, made a whole religion based off race. No, we made a whole belief system based off the Bible. And the Bible talks about race. The Bible talks about our situation. That we're the special people of the earth. And the whole history is about us. Because we're God's chosen people. Somebody said, as Chizek descent, bro, you need to leave that oppression stuff behind. Everyone is oppressed. Well, as a black American descent from the tribe of Judah descent, shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. You understand? We know what we're talking about when we talk about oppression. They just did a whole vote in the United Nations or whatever that the black enslavement in America was the greatest crime in all of human history. So we know more than you about whoever you say you are is small compared to the situation we went through, according to the United Nations or the EU, whoever the hell did the vote, that all the countries on the earth agreed on and voted on, who, that we were the most oppressed out of the whole world. So we know what we're talking about. Somebody said, can I join your tribe if I'm not black? You are what your father is. That's what tribe you are. Oh, you want to look at the camera?
Come on, sir. Something about it.
Somebody said, how do I find that costume? You can't get these garments. These are special made by Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Special made. It ain't on Amazon. It ain't on your Temu. It ain't on none of your mass production websites. Somebody said, shalom, Cap, shalom to all the 12 tribes. Damn right. Lord Christ, shalom. All this is custom gear. Even this chainmail war scarf is custom made by hand by hand, every single little loop. You understand? This is made by hand. This is all custom. This chain, this pendant right here, custom made by a brother in Houston. In Texas, East Texas. These right here, arm guards made by a brother in Ohio. This garment made by a sister in Memphis. This headpiece made by that same brother in Ohio. The other headpiece underneath it made by a brother in Oklahoma. This is a custom garment. You understand? You ain't going to get this nowhere on the earth, on the planet. That's because the 12 tribes of Israel are special. And when we actually put on our culture, put on our spirit, we the best thing on the earth. Somebody said, bro, they sell that in eBay. We didn't sell it to you. We made it by hand. So, you can't get it. You can get that fake stuff you bought on eBay, you know what I mean? That old mass-produced crap, but it ain't no custom. Somebody said, what you know about Haile Selassie? Nothing, because he was banned from his own country. Funny things is they believe Jesus only loves them. Christ said that. He said, I only came for the 12 tribes of the house of Israel. Come on, Akim, let's get back started if we could. Right? Somebody said bragging about man-made. It's actually called a garment. It's not a costume. I don't know who wears costumes where you from. It's a garment. It's actually Israelite garment, Israelite apparel. Somebody said, no, he didn't. I don't know. Yeah, Christ did say, I came for the 12 tribes of the house of Israel. It's in Matthew chapter, let's get that. Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. We're going to get that in the scriptures, Matthew 15 and 24. Somebody said, bro, come on now. It's made of vibranium. Put some respect on the craft. Well, I don't know about no vibranium, but you damn sure put some respect on the craft.
I got it.
Go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
But unto the who?
Lost sheep of the house of Israel.
But unto everybody.
The lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Unto all the people.
The lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Christ said it himself. He ain't sent to everybody, but only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Read it and weep. It's in the Bible. Christ said it. We ain't going by no filthy religion, or no filthy choir, or no filthy so-called shepherd of the people. We're going by the Christ's words out of his own mouth. He coming for the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And he's going to bring judgment down on this oppressor. What the hell are you talking about? I think you know what the hell you're talking about. You don't know this Bible. You don't know the Bible. You ain't studying these words of the Lord. You ain't studying this ancient Hebrew, Lashwan Kodash. You ain't getting filled with that spirit of Christ. You filled with this spirit of this world. You love this world. You love all the joys of the drugs and of this world and the drunkenness of this world. He said, you read the oppressor's Bible. You think the oppressor wrote the Bible. Why would he write a book where he's the loser? Why would he write a book covering black people's history and showing black people are God's chosen people? He ain't never did that a day in his life. They said, your studies are illegitimate, but you never prove us wrong. We just proved you wrong. Christ didn't say that. He actually did. We just read it and we quoted it. So prove us wrong. Somebody said we got to suppress African Americans more coming from a Haitian. Ça passe, man. Ça passe. Ou Haitien? Et puis ou parlement at black people? New friend. But you got sellouts in every tribe. So I wouldn't give a damn. You understand? But Haitians, we know about you Haitians because you're the tribe of Levi. You are brothers. Who knew friend? Or whatever, my Creole's so, whatever. But yeah, get in this Bible and learn this truth. You Haitians, you get down with your black, Hispanic, and Native American brothers. You just, you getting here to America. You start to learn the suppressor. As you learn the suppressor, you're going to find out that God wants you to get with the Israelite School UPK and learn this truth. Learn this truth. Somebody said, why all the tribes on the other side of the world from where the book was found? How do you don't know all people was on that side of the earth at one time? Before the Hispanics came over here, they were in the Middle East. Before black people came over here, we were in the Middle East. Before Haitians came over here, they were in the Middle East. This whole part of the earth had no people on it until the 10 tribes came over here. You can read about that in the Bible. If y'all knew, y'all say our studies are not legitimate, but we studied the part in the Bible that says how the people got over here. They went to a land where no man had yet dwelt. Ashereth. Somebody said, so why did Christ heal his oppressors when they captured him? He healed well, first of all, because he told them it was not time for that. That's why. He told his disciples it wasn't time for that. It wasn't time to do this. So he did another miracle right then and there. All right, and it don't tell you if that was a brother or if that was a oppressor, an Edomite. Somebody said, where does that star come from then? It comes from King David, the Dawadah, the Magun Dawadah. King David's symbol, 2 triangles from his name, Dawadah. It's put on top of each other to make his symbol of his crest of his house. As you know, Christ sits on the same throne as King David, a black man, a black throne. When I say black, I mean all 12 tribes. Somebody said King David peaked in high school with Goliath. No, King David peaked in high school when Christ came on the earth. That's when everything peaked. When Christ came on this damn earth, when God sent Christ, that's when we was able to get our nation back, get our knowledge back. When our leader Messiah, when our Messiah came. That's why they had something where the FBI or the CIA said their worst nightmare is the coming of a black Messiah. They said that's their worst nightmare in all of America. They don't fear the atom bomb. They don't fear the atom bomb. They fear a black Messiah. He's bigger than the atom bomb. Because when he brings that truth to our people and wakes up the sleeping giant of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, this whole earth will fall into our hands. So they said, I trust Hebrew. Yeah, that's what we read too. We read it every Sabbath service. Maybe you should tune in. Somebody said, this guy got nothing to say when I talk. I love that. I shut him up.
So like if I could.
Go ahead, brother.
He said, go to the hood. He said, go to the hood. They will set you straight. We are in the hood.
Exactly.
We are.
That is dumb. Come on, man.
Hold on, slightly. We are the ghettos, the barrios, and the reservations.
Yeah. I went to a little oppressor part of town, and I was noticing how a lot of our people their spirits was beat down by being around you oppressors. Like I was in there having full strength of spirit, but a lot of our people had their spirits knocked down because of you devils.
You must be in the oppressor neighborhood.
Yeah,
where it's all nice and sweet, and everything is so soft, sweet, and kindness. I love you type stuff. Come on, man.
That's right. Look where our school started, Harlem, New York. 1 West, 125th Street. You don't even know nothing about that. That's Black as it comes. That's where our school started. That's where we get our spirit from. Somebody said, do y'all give back to y'all's community? Yeah, I give back all the time. I just brought the brother a drink. You like that drink? It was a little bit. You know what I mean?
It's
But,
Tawab.
It's Tawab.
You might not know what that means, Tawab.
Yeah, it's Tawab. Shoot. Somebody says, as black as it comes. Damn right. That's how you got to be. That's how you got to stay. You know what I mean? Keep your spirit on you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Don't die down your spirit for these oppressors, man. Keep your spirit. That's why it's best to stay with your own people. Because that way you don't got to always bow down your spirit. You get your strength from being around your people. Somebody said, all y'all give is confusion. Confusion, yeah, it's confusing to you because you want to be a part of this world. You want to be a part of this society, and it's confusing that we don't give a damn about it. And you want the pleasures of Egypt. You looking around, how can I get the pleasures? How can I get the Megan Thee Stallions? How can I get a basketball contract? How can I get a rapping contract? How can I get millions and millions of dollars? How can I get Kim Kardashian as my wife? You're looking at this world. And you want the pleasures of this world, and we don't give a damn. You're looking at men who don't give a damn about their pleasures of this world. Right. We give a damn. We care about the pleasures that God give us by following the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right. Shit. The scriptures say, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. For if you love the world, neither the love of the Father is in you. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't follow the same trends that everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? Our people are so destroyed by seeing all these idols, these stars that y'all keep mentioning on TV, internet. You can't go nowhere without seeing a black woman shaming herself and her family, especially her father. You know what I'm saying? You can't go a day without seeing a brother going through mental problems by thinking that he's of the opposite sex when he's not.
Yeah. Somebody said submit to Rome. That's exactly what you want. Exactly. That's what they said. That's what Moses, he denied Egypt, the pleasures of Egypt. Look, we deny the pleasures of Rome. We deny the pleasures of America. That's what the brother's bringing out. Because you make it seem like it's pleasures, but it's actually destruction. That's the part they don't tell you. They just had Beasley, some dude named Michael Beasley, on the damn podcast, some 6'9" basketball player that had millions in contracts, and how his life is a living hell. Even though he got the money, he got the contracts, he got the women, but his life is still a living hell because he don't have God. You don't have no law, statutes, and commandments guiding his work, his foot every day in brotherhood and sisterhood. That's why. Somebody said, what did you do to save the community? The scripture says our people are going to be saved by foolishness of preaching. We're going to teach our people into truth, into greatness. I know to you, knowledge? How are you going to use knowledge and information to save the people? When it's God's knowledge, it saves the people. I know to you, you think you need lots of money to be saved. That's why the scriptures say the wicked think God gain is godliness. You think if we get tons of money, then we're gonna be seen as godly, and now God is with us and everything. Gain is not godliness. You just got a whole bunch of stuff sitting around you, and it still ain't gonna get you right with the Most High. It ain't gonna raise your family. It ain't gonna get your wives in order. It ain't gonna fulfill you. It ain't gonna not get you destroyed. Following this world is gonna get you destroyed. Somebody said that's what you say. Yeah, based off of the Bible. Somebody said Jesus don't claim Yah. He don't claim Yah. And he claims these horrible places here in America. Sure. Somebody says, is Jesus black? Of course, yes, he is, according to the Bible and Revelations and the book of Daniel. Go ahead, brother.
He said, "You want to catch a fade? No, I don't want to catch a fade. I like my fro and everything. I'm sorry, bro.
No.
I know what he really meant, but I'm just saying. Yes, I like to grow my hair. You know what I mean? It was supposed to happen. It's natural. I know what he really meant.
My hands is ready to eat for everyone. I don't care. You want to catch these fades? Come on.
I know what he really meant. He's talking about fighting.
So come across this line. I'll dare you.
Somebody said, do you believe in, this is going to put that after this. Do you believe in black separatism? Of course. The Bible believes in it. Deuteronomy 7:6. You are a separate people. You are a holy people unto the Lord thy God. Holy means separate. Go ahead, click it. We the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We got class every Monday and Tuesdays from 7 to 9. You can go to our main channel on YouTube, One West Online Classes. You go to our website, ishbk.com.